Hi, excuse me. Is this seat free? The cafe is very busy today, and I cannot find another table. I only need a small corner for my coffee and notebook. I hope I am not disturbing you.
Not at all. Please sit down. I was only reading and enjoying the quiet morning. This table is big enough for both of us. You look like you have a lot on your mind today.
Thank you. That is kind of you. Yes, I do have a lot on my mind, and maybe it shows on my face. I came here to plan my week, but I have been staring at the same empty page for 20 minutes. It is a little embarrassing.
That happens to more people than you think. Sometimes the hardest part is not the work. It is just starting. I have had mornings like that too, even when I knew exactly what I wanted. A blank page can feel strangely heavy.
That is exactly how I feel. I have many goals, and I think about them every day, but I do not always move. I want a better job, better habits, and better skills, but I often stay in bed too long or waste time on my phone. It makes me feel ambitious and lazy at the same time.
That is an honest way to say it, and honesty is useful. Many people call themselves lazy, but often they are tired, confused, or afraid. Ambition can make life exciting, but it can also create pressure. When pressure grows too much, the body and mind sometimes stop.
I never thought about it like that. I usually blame myself and say I am weak. I make long lists with big dreams, but then I feel tired before I even begin. At night, I feel guilty because another day passes and nothing changes.
Guilt can drain energy very fast. It sounds like you are carrying the weight of your future all day long. That is heavy for anyone, especially when the goals are large and not clear. What kind of dreams are on your list?
I want to build a creative career someday. I also want to improve my English, exercise more, and become more independent. Sometimes I imagine a very successful future, and it feels bright and exciting. But then I look at my real life and think, this is too far away.
Those are good goals, and they make sense. The problem is not the dream itself. It is the distance between today and that dream. When people only look at the finish line, they often feel small and slow. It is easier to move when the next step is simple and close.
I think I understand. I spend too much time thinking about the perfect final result. I picture a perfect body, perfect work, perfect routine, and perfect confidence. Then I feel sad because I am still at the beginning.
Perfection is a beautiful picture, but a bad daily plan. Real life usually grows in small, boring steps. A person becomes strong by repeating simple things, not by having perfect feelings. Motivation is nice, but routine is stronger.
That sounds wise, but I still struggle with routine. I start something with a lot of energy, and after 3 days I lose interest. Then I tell myself I will restart on Monday, or next month, or after I feel ready. The truth is, I am almost never ready.
Very few people feel ready when they begin. Readiness is often a result of action, not a requirement before action. If you wait for the perfect mood, you may wait forever. A better question is, what can I do today, even with low energy?
I like that question. Today, with low energy, I could still read 2 pages, answer 1 email, or walk for 15 minutes. That sounds much easier than trying to change my whole life before lunch. Maybe I fail because my goals are too big for one day.
Exactly. Big dreams need small doors. If the door is too heavy, you will keep standing outside and feeling bad. But if the door is light, you can open it even on a difficult day. Success often begins with tasks that feel almost too small.
I have another problem too. Sometimes I enjoy planning more than doing. I buy notebooks, make colorful schedules, and watch videos about discipline. For a short time, I feel productive, but I am only preparing, not working. It is like I love the idea of progress.
That is very common. Planning gives the brain a quick feeling of control, and that feeling can be pleasant. But a plan is only useful when it leads to action. At some point, the pen must stop moving so the hands can begin real work.
You are right. I think I hide inside planning because real work can be disappointing. When I actually try, I can see my mistakes, and that hurts my pride. It is safer to imagine I could be great someday than to be average today. That sounds childish, but it feels true.
It does not sound childish. It sounds human. Many ambitious people protect their dreams by avoiding proof of their current level. But being average at the beginning is normal, not shameful. Every skilled person was once unskilled and uncomfortable.
That makes me feel better. I always thought confident people were simply brave from the start. Maybe they were just willing to look awkward for a while. I am not good at that yet. I want to improve, but I also want to look good while improving.
I understand that feeling. Pride can be elegant, but sometimes it gets in the way of growth. If you want real progress, you must allow yourself to be a beginner in public and in private. Quiet effort is more valuable than a polished image.
I needed to hear that today. I often compare myself to people online, and it damages my mood. They seem disciplined, beautiful, successful, and focused all the time. After 10 minutes of scrolling, my own life feels slow and messy. Then I lose even more energy.
Comparison is a fast way to lose peace. Online, people usually show the best angle of one moment, not the full picture of daily life. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes life to someone else's highlight reel. That will almost always feel unfair.
Yes, and still I do it again the next day. It has become a bad habit. I wake up, check my phone, and suddenly 20 or 30 minutes disappear. After that, I already feel behind, and the day has barely started. It is such a stupid pattern.
Do not call yourself stupid. Bad habits often grow because they are easy, comforting, and always available. Instead of insulting yourself, make the habit harder to reach. Put the phone farther away at night and begin the morning with one simple task before screens.
That seems practical. Maybe I can put my phone on the desk and leave a glass of water near the bed. Then when I wake up, I can drink water, open the window, and make the bed first. Those actions are small, but they might change my mood. A better morning could lead to a better day.
That is a smart start. Morning habits are powerful because they shape the first conversation you have with yourself. If the first message is, "I can lead my day," your energy changes. Small wins create trust, and trust creates momentum.
I like the phrase small wins. It feels kinder than fix your whole life now. I think my ambition becomes toxic when it only speaks in a hard voice. Maybe I need goals, but I also need patience. Without patience, even good dreams start to hurt.
That is beautifully said. Ambition without patience becomes frustration. Ambition with patience becomes direction. You do not need to become a different person overnight. You only need to become a little more reliable each day.
Reliable. That is the word I want. I do not want to be the girl who always talks about plans and never finishes them. I want to trust myself when I say, I will do this. Even if the task is small, I want my actions to match my words. That would make me feel stronger.
And that strength is built one promise at a time. Start with promises so small that breaking them would feel silly. 10 minutes of study, one healthy meal, a short walk, one page of writing. Keep those promises, and your self-respect will grow quietly.
I can do that. I think I have been chasing big dramatic change because it looks impressive. But a calm and steady life is probably more powerful in the long run. I want less drama and more consistency. That sounds peaceful.
Peace is underrated. People often admire intensity, but consistency changes lives more deeply. A calm person who keeps moving will usually go farther than a passionate person who stops every week. Slow progress still creates distance.
Can I ask you something personal? You seem calm and disciplined now, but were you always like this? Or did you also have a period when you felt lost and lazy? It is easier for me to listen if I know you are not speaking from a perfect life.
I was not always like this. In my 20s, I had talent and ideas, but I wasted a lot of time. I delayed important work, stayed up too late, and told myself I performed better under pressure. The truth was simple. I was undisciplined and afraid of failure.
That surprises me, but it also helps me trust you more. What changed for you? Did something big happen? Or was it a slow lesson over time? I always imagine transformation as one dramatic moment. Maybe that is another fantasy of mine.
There was no movie scene and no magic morning. I just got tired of disappointing myself. One day, I wrote 3 basic rules on paper and followed them for a month. Wake up at the same time, finish one important task first, and go to bed before midnight.
Those rules are so simple. I expected something more complicated. But maybe simple is exactly the point. When things are simple, I have fewer excuses. I can already feel my mind trying to say, that is too basic. But maybe basic is what works.
Basic things work because people actually repeat them. Fancy systems often fail when life becomes busy or stressful. A strong routine should survive a bad mood, a busy Tuesday, and a poor night's sleep. If it only works on perfect days, it is too fragile.
That line really stays with me. I think I build routines for my best self, not my real self. Then my real self wakes up tired, and the whole plan collapses. I need a routine that fits the version of me who is sometimes distracted, emotional, and imperfect. That feels much more honest.
Yes, build for the real version. Respect your future, but understand your present. Discipline should support your life, not punish it. When a system is kind and realistic, it is easier to stay loyal to it.
I am glad I sat at this table today. I only wanted coffee, but I think I found clarity too. I still have ambition, but now it feels less heavy and less dramatic. Maybe I am not lazy in my soul. Maybe I just need smaller steps and better habits.
I think that is true. You do not sound lazy to me. You sound hopeful, overwhelmed, and ready for a better method. That is good news because methods can change. Dreams become real when they finally meet structure.
Then let me say my first small promise out loud. Today I will go home, put my phone away for 1 hour, and finish one important task before dinner. After that, I will take a short walk instead of scrolling in bed. It is not a huge plan, but it feels real.
That is an excellent promise. Clear, simple, and possible. If you do that today, the day will already be different from yesterday. And tomorrow, you can do it again.
Thank you, Alex. You did not laugh at me, and you did not give me impossible advice. You made ambition feel human and manageable. I think I can finally stop waiting for a perfect version of myself.
You are welcome, Sophia. Do not wait for perfection. It is often just fear in beautiful clothes. Begin with the version of yourself who is here today. She is enough to take the first step.